So I was wrong. I was wrong in thinking that I could have a conversation with a trans content creator about trans issues. So the best thing I can do is talk about my experience so I can get things off of my chest and move on from the situation. So have you ever had a conversation with a trans person? Let me know how it went in the comment section down below. Hello everybody, Jay Rhymes with The Periodic Review. Hopefully I will earn your subscription today, so don't forget to like and share this video, crush that red subscribe button, and hit that bell to turn on notifications so you don't miss a content release. Now, the first thing I want to say, disclaimer, what I want to say is that I am not going to share exactly who this individual is or was. And if one of the fans does figure it out, please do not engage with this person. Do not communicate with them. Do not talk about the things that we've talked about, because honestly, I just don't want to get into a video battle over things said on the internet. I don't want any additional hate thrown at this person. Clearly, they are mentally ill, and I do hope and pray for their sanity, obviously. Now, the person I'm speaking of, who will remain anonymous, is a trans male to female. And they had a hot take on Chloe Cole's detransition story on Jordan B. Peterson's podcast, blaming her for what she did to herself, saying she made a mistake, she made a decision, and now she has to live with that decision. Real trans people don't have a choice in transitions. You made the decision, so live with it. Didn't you? Don't use her story to weaponize bigotry. And of course, this is paraphrasing, but my question directly was, what is the definition of a real transgender person? And isn't conflating disagreement with your opinion on transgenderism with bigotry, isn't that hate? Was my question. Now, the trans person replied with a video, and this is kind of the approximation of what they said. My definition of a real trans person is you're looking right at one. You need to bring facts to the table, and I can do my own research. You should do your own research on straight white men who have been charged, arrested, and prosecuted. So not only did I not get a straight answer from my question, no pun intended, but also no facts or figures to back up their claim on what a real transgender person is. I politely sent a reply on that video and said, "Thanks for checking out my videos, wishing you the best." Which this trans person replied, "Oh no, facts to bring to the table? Okay then, run away." So, so what did I learn from this interaction with a clearly mentally ill and delusional person? What I learned is you can't you can't level with crazy. It's really difficult to talk to a person who won't answer a simple question, which my simple question was, what is a real transgender person? And with that individual conflating their opinion with their disagreement of their opinion with calling it bigotry, isn't that also hate? Didn't get a straight answer. And so it's clear that these individuals can't combat with facts and figures. And so I again, I say go check out my Chloe Cole video. I definitely have all of my facts and figures. I have my links in there. I have sciencebasedmedicine.org, HLI.org. I even use PolitiFact, which was actually very helpful. WebMD, heritage.org, constate.com, Global's Wire. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I had 7 different references talking about transgenderism and how it is been destroying, especially young little girls' lives, because they're being told that they can be something that they're not. And even if we're saying that people are born this way, let's play a little mind game here. Let's say you are this way because you're born this way. Then wouldn't the numbers show that that individual who transitioned would get better after surgery, better after the hormone therapies, after top and bottom replacements? The facts and figures say no. In fact, the vast majority of them have even more issues, especially a drastic increase in unlifing themselves in that certain ideation. Trying to be as correct as I can for the YouTube algorithm. And it's just sad because this person said, come with facts and figures, but clearly they didn't go to my YouTube channel and watch the full video, which is 15 minutes long. And I go over those facts and figures and talk about these different things. And unfortunately, more and more of these detransitioned teens are coming out and sharing their horrific experience. And it's just really interesting when somebody has such a hot take saying that, well, they made the decision, so now they have to live with it. It's like, okay, do you not agree that the psychologist was being manipulative and not giving full facts, not giving all of the possibilities, both good and bad? Is it, what about the doctors that very much glossed over all of the negative impacts that it could have on a person after their top surgery, their bottom surgeries? And, unfortunately Chloe Cole had the top surgery, the double mastectomy, which is usually reserved for late terminal cancer patients for breast cancer. And it's just interesting that, and I understand, kind of where they're coming from, this particular trans person is coming from. Like, I understand sometimes it's easier to live in a world and just look for things that, agree, with your personal outlook, with your personal beliefs. And, when I started to, I grew up Mormon, I grew up LDS, I grew up in a society that's very, very different than the normal world as we know it. And it was because I was looking for things that challenged my beliefs, things that challenged my outlooks on life, that challenged, the very fabric of what I thought was real, and found things different. And it's important to challenge those kinds of things. I if this person actually sent me facts and figures, I would have looked them up and I would have looked at it more closely. Absolutely. I want that challenge. Because if I'm wrong, great. If I'm wrong, I can come back and make a new video and say, you know what? I was wrong about this. This is where I was wrong. This is where the facts, this is where the truth lies now. And I'm willing to do that. And I'm willing to change my mind. I've said multiple times, even on the podcast, I reserve the right to change my mind. I reserve the right to be wrong and make a mistake, and then finding the correct information and then correcting that mistake and saying, hey, I was wrong. Here's the real information. I'm willing to do that. But the thing is, coming from this particular instance of trying to talk to a person and ask, relatively simple and easy questions, and basically being laughed at for asking my silly and simple questions, and even bullied. Like, I think there was a little bit of bullying there, a little hint of bullying, maybe not full outright, but maybe a little bit of online bullying. And it's just a real issue, and it's interesting seeing these different people who have, started on one side of their political beliefs and ideologies and reversing to the other side because they found information that challenged those beliefs and found even more evidence which backed up those challenges to their beliefs, and found out that they were wrong. And it's okay to be wrong. I think people can, honestly, I believe even this person who has this hot take, I think this person can be forgiven. I think people who say bad things or people who say the wrong things can be forgiven. And I think people should be given the chance to do that. I don't think people should have to outright be like, oh, I apologize, and I have to make this big spectacle on my apology, such as, what Joe Rogan felt like he had to do. I feel like he didn't have to apologize for using the words that he did on his podcast, because he is long and far moved past those beliefs and those words that in saying them. I don't know. That's just kind of where I'm at on this particular situation. Again, I do not want anybody to go after this person. Like, please leave them alone. That's why I specifically did not say their name. I didn't say which platform they were on. I didn't say how to find them or give you links. I mean, obviously somebody who's willing to spend the time can figure it out. I just would ask, please don't interact with this person. Don't give them any more views. Don't give them any more limelight and looking at all of the different comments on their videos. It's clear that most people do not agree with them. And it's impressive that over the amount of time that they've been online, and they're continually getting this hate and still pushing through. Honestly, that kind of perseverance, it's very admirable, to be frank. I think it's definitely something to be incredibly wanting to have. Like, I want to have that kind of tenacity. I want to have that kind of, push through the hate and the negativity and stuff. But, if you're a trans person and you're an adult, go live your best life. I really don't care. If me personally, I don't think it is appropriate to have at school. I don't think it's appropriate to have at college. I don't think it's appropriate to have at work. But hey, whatever you do, behind your closed doors in your home, where you're hanging out with your close friends and family, you do you. You live your best life. And with that being said, I just want to say thank you so much for watching these videos. It definitely means a lot to me. Don't forget to let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Send us your topic ideas via email at theperiodicreview@gmail.com. And from my family to yours, good night. Today's video is sponsored by viewers like you, so thank you. If we earned your subscription today, don't forget to hit that red subscribe button, click that damn bell, and turn on your notifications so you don't miss a content release. The best way to support the channel is to like this video, share it with family and friends, and don't forget to leave a comment down below. Send all of your topic ideas, articles, and video links to theperiodicreview@gmail.com. All of our links are in the description down below.